So, guys, what happened is when we were doing the initial airdrop, somehow a somebody compromised our database, and they went and took wallets that we had collected and switched those wallets to a unknown wallet. Well, unbeknownst to us, we went ahead and sent out the tokens to those wallets because they were what was listed in the database. And then, you know, they left them all in all the different wallets, so it was hard to identify. But over the last 2 days, they began to move them to one wallet. Matter of fact, I have that wallet right here. Let me see if I can share it here.
Yeah.
It's right here. This is the wallet, and here's where they moved the tokens to a single wallet. And you guys can see here with all the transactions, these were all the tokens that were meant for other people in the pre-sale, whatever it was at. And so once we noticed they were moving them, when we started to see all these moving to one wallet, because we put security features in place, we said, what the heck? Went and looked at it, found out that this was going here, and them accumulating into one wallet. Our concern was that they would sell these off and drain all the liquidity. So in order to prevent that from happening, we pulled the liquidity, and we will launch a new token, and these tokens to all of these wallets will not be issued any tokens. Okay. And so, but if you have tokens right now, so you have them in your wallet, it doesn't matter whether you got them on Jupe, it doesn't matter how you got them, what you got them, all that stuff. What we're going to do is airdrop this new token into your wallet. You won't need to claim anything. You won't need to do anything up to this point. All the tokens that you've had will be airdropped into your wallet. And I would say, Tuesday at the latest, maybe Wednesday, right? But it could be a little bit sooner than that. I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. Okay, so figure it'll take a few days for everything to get put in place and get done, and those will get airdropped to you. So you will not have to go claim another token or anything. Once that's done, we'll put this liquidity back on the token, put out the new token contract address on Utherverse.io. You'll be able to go there, or you'll have the tokens in your wallet. The liquidity will be there, and then trading will start. This will set us back a little bit, guys, on CoinMarketCap. It'll set us back a little bit on CoinGecko, which we were working on getting dialed in on this, because we'll have to communicate with them that we've launched a new replacement token. So that'll take a little bit of time to do. And then that's where we're at this point. But go ahead, Brian, you want to
Yep.
fill in anything else I've forgot?
Sure. So you could stop screen sharing.
Okay.
So the takeaway here is it's an unfortunate incident. It is fortunate that our tools discovered this before there was any damage. This is a very short-term blip on the radar. You do not need to do anything. The only issue is that basically, we snapshotted the token before we removed the liquidity. So any trades that happen now are irrelevant. This version of the token will go away. It's not really accurate to say launching a new token. Is basically we're relaunching this token,
Right.
except this version of the token will be dead. You'll get precisely the number of tokens that you had in your wallet before the liquidity was removed, and trading should resume very soon at the same price. In fact, we're going to do a bunch of stuff to move that price positively, because I don't want anybody to come away from this with any kind of negative impact. But the liquidity has been preserved, as you saw, and I think the good news moving forward is I'm not thrilled that we're doing it in this because of this reason, but it's removing more than 500,000 tokens out of circulation. so the token supply is reduced because those were non-productive tokens. Um, and the new contract is going to do something that, we wanted to do originally. We got a lot of advice not to do it, which was to allow us to freeze wallets. Um, that feature was removed from the contract because, it raised a red flag on DEX tools, and some of our advisors were saying, yeah, you shouldn't have this ability to freeze wallets. Um, we're going to have some really cool new features in the new smart contract that will prevent this type of thing and any other type of hacking or any type of problems like this from arising in the future. So, I guess that's a silver lining. I don't want to paint, a happy face on this, because obviously this has been very stressful since yesterday, since we discovered that these, what we thought were dead tokens, were starting to move and then consolidate, and very clearly. And we believe that we know who this hacker is actually. There appears to be a trail of other hacks from other projects, and I would say we're the first one who discovered it in advance. So that we may be able to recover some damages here, because we believe that the wallet is. I actually shouldn't say how or what. I don't want to tip our hand here. But we believe we know who it is. We believe that we will be able to get law enforcement involved. We believe that we may be able to recover, and of course, anything that we recover, we'll share. So let's see some questions here. Did any of the wallets that did not get their tokens say anything? Well, Peter,
The people that have said, "Hey, I didn't receive my tokens," we've taken care of that. If someone hasn't done that, when they do it, we have a database. We'll know what it is, so everybody will get taken care of. That's the great part about this, guys. We've been able to protect this thing for everybody that's involved. The only person that will be affected or lose at this point, is the hacker itself. And so all that stuff is saved. Thanks for the question, Frank.
and yes, just to dovetail on that, that is what started to raise the red flags, is too many people saying that they didn't receive their tokens, and it created confusion. And we were investigating the smart contract to see why it was that when we thought we sent tokens and they didn't see tokens, and bam, we set up the security at that point, because we realized, it's sort of after the fact, that something wasn't right. But this has caused a lot of issue, because of course people were saying they didn't get their tokens, and we say, well, we did, we sent them to you. And so that is what got us on the trail of everything. And the capability for us to have the security in place. Boy, I'm just going to say I'm so grateful to everybody who is typing in the chat right now. You cannot understand how stressful this was, and really trying to ensure that we are taking care of the community, and that nothing looks out of line, and but at the end of the day, we had to do this, we had to do it. So if we got our tokens, could our wallet? No. I mean, your wallets are safe to the extent that you haven't done anything. This was a database issue. This was an outside of Web3. It was kind of a social engineering hack, I think, but we don't have really all the details on exactly how it happened at this point. We're still doing a full-blown investigation. So we took so just to reiterate for Barnabas. Yeah, some great questions coming in here. So to be clear, if you bought tokens that bought the tokens after this relaunch, you were all safe. We snapshotted the token just before this call, basically, and we're going to airdrop to everybody replacement token. So nothing you need to do. We've got the devs working around the clock on it right now. And you're going to get your tokens. Trading will resume. Everything is going to be just as it was. And we're going to add some additional support to the token to make sure that if anybody is spooked, I hope nobody is spooked, but if anybody's spooked, we're not going to let that impact the token. We're going to be there. We're going to be providing full support for the token to ensure that this is just a blip on the radar screen. Staked tokens, no issues. Peter, you want to elaborate a little bit on the stake tokens? But
Yeah, so the
yes.
stake tokens, you guys will continue to get interest. All that stuff is fine and safe and good. So you'll continue to get interest, continue to and what will happen is once we get the token launched, then they'll go to the stake contract. They will create it all. Everybody's tokens that are staked of the replacement token will get loaded into a new staking contract. All you will need to do is go connect your wallet and confirm. Once you've done that, you're all good. But you will keep getting interest. No disruption in the interest on that side of it. So absolutely no disruption in that. All the tokens are safe. And then the same thing with claims. By the time that happens, a new claim contract will be up there. When you go to claim your next allotment, it will be the replacement token.
Um, Okay, so future campaigns, yes, we have some announcements coming out, and more announcements are going to be happening every week now. We've inked multiple deals. We're inking more deals. But the plan to prevent this type of hack in the future, the new smart contract that the devs are now going through is more advanced. It has the features that we were sort of talked out of, at least one of these features that we were talked out of putting in the original, which would have prevented this, the ability to freeze wallets. It's clear that we need the ability to freeze wallets because it's just this type of thing is going to happen moving forward. Even if a large token holder were to have their wallet hacked, it's really not fair to them. It's not fair to the community for us not to have the ability to freeze the hacker's wallet. We just don't want to reward hackers. And I understand that this raises a yellow flag on DEX tools because it means that we can freeze tokens. But, at this point, I hope that everybody understands we're such a legitimate project here. We've got so many tens of millions of dollars invested in it. We're launching. I'm really excited about what's happening with the software later this month and next month in January. I mean, December is going to be fantastic for holiday celebration and everything, but January, is where we really start letting people in, and we really start generating demand for the token. So the ability to freeze wallets if something gets hacked is just too important to remove. And then there's other improvements to the smart contract. They're going to give us a little bit more flexibility here in managing this without having to go through this kind of rigmarole. But if you saw, 500,000 tokens that, could have been dumped on the market to pull all the liquidity in a way where then it would just be gone and everyone would, like, we wouldn't have a snapshot, couldn't allow that to happen. So we want to make sure everybody's protected. Okay, so let's go through. There's many more comments, questions here. Staked questions, stake tokens, no issue. Future campaigns, I got that. No trading on UTHX to give us the. I mean, yes, that there's no liquidity to trade. The trading might still be live, but I suspect that the token has probably gone down to zero at this point. The old contract version of the token because there's no liquidity. Thank you, Barnabas. Thank you, everybody. It's been a very stressful, very stressful few hours. Maybe as a favor, you can let other people know in the community that they probably shouldn't be trying to trade or I mean, you can do what you want because it no longer matters. We already have the snapshot of the token, so no trading is going to affect the airdrops that you get. But I know that I've got to go through the website now and remove the token address and put a note up. I'm not exactly sure how to get in Telegram to get the information changed on the scripts there. There's a lot of work for us to do this weekend, but yeah, I definitely don't want people feeling like they're going to be tricked, like they just bought a bunch of tokens for for free, and that they're going to get the replacement token. This contract version of the token is not going to be supported anymore after the snapshot. Um, okay. Uh, uh, um,
So, guys, we'll start communicating. We'll probably do a couple of, you're going to see a lot of posts, right? With just some updates on it. We'll probably do a call tomorrow. Just keep you guys informed. There'll be no gap in wondering what's going on, right? So, we'll be posting even if it's just, guys, we're still making progress. We're still working on it, okay? Our goal is to make it to where nobody is concerned at this point. Nobody's worried. We've got this under control, and at the end of the day, in the long run, this is going to be, it'll just be a disappointing event, right? It's not going to set who we are, what we're doing, and moving this stuff forward. So I just want everybody to just breathe
yeah,
deep. Like Brian says, this has been very, very, very stressful over the last Um, well, I haven't slept
few
since
hours.
yesterday, so
Um,
and so we've been working on this, and I again, guys, I guess the only really good thing that I feel about this is, and I've been involved in projects where hackers have hurt me pretty drastically, right? Tokens that they hacked, stuff like that, and every time this is one time where you guys are part of beating the hacker, right? I mean, and that's a significant thing to have happened, right? To where somebody who is going to try to harm you, me, all of us, every token holder, their goal was to harm us. We were able to prevent that from happening completely.
right. Um, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna need to get a post pinned here on Telegram, I guess. Um, but yeah, don't pay attention to the price anymore. It's it has moved to zero.
Yeah, when we
Um,
when we put the liquidity back in, guys, it'll start at about 32, 33 cents, somewhere in there. And that'll be the starting point for the token, okay?
right. Um, okay. Well, appreciate everybody very much. Please help us spread the word if there's any panic. We will try to get this information out to everybody, and we'll enjoy the weekend, or have all of you enjoy the weekend. And we're going to try to get this done as soon as humanly possible. I mean, I'd love to see it even on Monday, but as Peter says, Tuesday, Wednesday for sure at the latest. And we will resume trading at the same price where we left off. And um, uh, I appreciate you all.
I think it's important to note too that you guys, if there's something out there that says this is our new contract or we're now trading here, if it does not come from us, it is not real. And I think
Yeah.
it's just important to remember that the scammers that are looking at this or watching this might, try to take advantage of you. So
And remember, guys, the token will show up in your wallet, but don't just automatically do anything with that token. You'll see UTHX token, the replacement token. Go to Utherverse.io, look at the contract address, go on SolScan, right, from your wallet, and compare those two and make sure that the replacement is the right token, okay? Safety. We'll cover this in a call tomorrow. We'll go over all the safety protocols that you should do and where we'll be posting the new contract address and all that stuff. Okay, guys?
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all.